Hi folks, it's Alicia and welcome back to my channel, and I'm super excited to do a quick project share with you today. So I have told you from the beginning that I have struggled with sunny days, right? I got the original pad and ephemera pack, was super excited about it and didn't love it. And then I saw Crafting with Liller, and Lily got the project pad and she made all this great stuff with it. But I made a comment on Instagram. I'm so bad at being on Instagram. I have not been on there in a month. But I made a comment about how I was struggling with sunny days. And the Adriana Alvarez, as in the incredible, precise, probably the most precise maker I've ever seen, Adriana Alvarez, wrote me back and said she too struggled with it. And just to keep working with it, eventually something will jive. And I thought that was so generous of her to comment like that. So I gave it a lot of thought and I was thinking, you know what my problem is with it? I feel like Sunny Days has got this really lovely vintage feel, but it didn't include enough vintage pieces. Well, today I'm not going to ruin the surprise because I'm going to the desert, and as a result, I pre-scheduled the upload of my video for tomorrow, and you're going to see I had the most amazing day, and part of that was this great vintage haul. And so you're going to see, here's what I found, folks. I hauled a bunch of photographs, really old photographs with dates on the back, and many of them are of the seaside. And I was like, oh my goodness, I can finally do the sunny days. Well, folks, I brought these glassine bags with me to Israel, and there are 24 of them because they're super light and they're perfect for flat mail. Well, folks, this is my first ever sunny days project share. Now, we have to remember I am limited by flat mail. So again, like if I were doing this regularly, I would have propped this girl up on a foam dot, made it really dimensional. I would have made sure you can't see the other stuff through the acetate. I would have, made things more 3D. But because of flat mail and because I want to include this glassine bag with the other pieces, I have to keep it super flat, but still interesting, right? Well, folks, for the very first one, I'm pretty happy with how this turned out. So let's just take a look at it. There's a vintage photo, an authentic vintage photo, and underneath that, or on top of that, is a piece from the Sunny Days Ephemera pack, and it just says, Happy Life, and then there's this lovely girl from the pack, this vintage looking girl who really matches these people in the photo, which I was so happy with. And then, believe it or not, this is a little vintage letter from the Tim Holtz pack that I hauled at that Hobby Lobby sale. And I love that little pack of ephemera. It's full of postal stuff, so I was thrilled. And then this is a butterfly that I die cut. Now, I have to be honest, I have not set up my cuddle bug, folks, and that's because our space here, while we have this grand patio, 1,000 square feet patio, our apartment is 300 square feet. It's super tiny. So I'm still trying to even figure out how to properly organize my supply, so I have not set my cuddle bug. But I did bring a few die cuts, and this one worked perfectly. And then, do you remember when I did the flat mail challenge? Joanne, the happy stamper, she made the cutest little crepe paper flag. And I was like, why am I not making flags out of crepe paper? Holy cow, that's such a smart idea. It's super light, it's lighter than paper, and Joanne's was so cute. Okay, folks, mine is not as cute as Joanne's. I do love the way it looks on this bag when it's adhered and it closes the bag, which I also love. But even though I found my better scissors, so it is an even fishtail, thank goodness, because crepe paper is a little harder to work with in this way than I thought. I'm really great at the rosettes, but this was hard. Anyway, there's a little butterfly from the Tim Holtz because I liked this one actually better than my Maggie Holmes sticker book one. And then I have the sentiment from the carousel pad, and it says, Happy Little Moments, because it is a happy little moment. And then there's this like vintage photograph in the back. And this is like of a more wintry scene, and that was on purpose because it's like this is the family that then goes on vacation. So I love this. And then two little gemmies, and I'm thinking I might add a little gem hanging off here, like a little gemmy, like a little charm. And I'm just thinking I have a starfish charm that I might dangle off, so that might perfect it all. And then that would make it complete. But for a first project share, I'm really pleased with how this turned out. Let me know what you think for flat mail, if you think this is working and what I could maybe do to better it. I know it's a little gemmy absent. I only have one little gemmy on the bag. Let's talk about that. Do you remember when I did my craft reorganization? I showed you my craft bin for gemmies, and there were 3 packs, and they were all like from the Dollar Tree. Well, folks, you don't even want to know. I have like 6 gemmies with me. I'm not 6 sheets, folks. Literally 6 gemmies. Like this tiny little half sheet of gemmies, and that's all I have. I'm just looking for them to show you. Oh, there they are. This is all I have. So my alley packages, 2 of them have arrived. Hopefully we're going to pick them up tomorrow before we go to the desert. In there are some enamel dots, but clearly I need to get some gemmies because this is all I got. This is all I've got. So this is all I could do was a couple here and then just the one here. So let me know what else I could do to make this work. This is my very first one, but I'm thinking for flat mail, this isn't bad. It's layered, it's interesting, and see, now I see the potential in the sunny days. I just need to incorporate vintage. So that was super exciting. So I had to do a little more, of course, because that made me excited. So folks, let me show you what I made. Okay, so you know paper here is really expensive, and they don't sell this. So I brought 1 roll. This is all I have for the entire trip. So I cannot make a lot of rosettes because we all know that if I make big rosettes like this one, this will be gone in like a week or less. So I think I am going to have to become better at making these flags because this is a better way of using the crepe paper or using it on other things. But I did want to make 1 rosette, and there's a reason, because I'm making Carmen's flat mail package, and she's a really precise creator and she likes bling, and I wanted her to have 1 rosette. I don't know, she's just an amazing creator. She's very much like Scrap Diva Erica, and so I wanted to do something interesting for her. And so she likes bling, and this is blingy. And then you see another vintage seaside photo in the back. I love these little swans. I actually love the Le Petites. I sent some to Alicia for her birthday. That's that new collection from Hobby Lobby of these like cute little stickers. I did bring 1 sheet of these with me. I hauled a bunch when I was there at home. I didn't bring them, but I think they're all wonderful. So it's a little Le Petite swan, and it has glitter on the wing, which matches all the glitter that I put all the way around this rosette. And I know my camera's stinky and you can't see it very well, but you see, I holograph glittered all of it. And then it says sun and fun, and that's from the ephemera pack from Sunny Days. 1 little gemmy, because I don't have any gemmies, and another one of those little letters from that Tim Holtz pack. So I'm thinking it's missing a little something here that would make it perfect. And I did order from Ali a couple of things that might work there. One of which is like this old school bathing suit die cut. So I'm thinking if that's in the package tomorrow, I'd like to wait and add it. Or I'll figure out what else to put there. But that's the other piece, folks. So let me know what you think of this. Again, for flat mail, the only dimensional piece is the wing on here. So this should work really well for flat mail. So that's it, folks. 2 sunny day projects. Yay! I'm finally excited about sunny days and see the potential. And I am working with my travel platform, my Tim Holtz travel platform, and some of my new stamps. And hopefully I will get the hang of that so that my envelopes are wonderful for flat mail. And, my altered treat bags are great. What was the other thing? Oh, yes, and I told you, my travel size paper cutter with me now. So things are being cut properly, nice and neat and even. So, this is a Hebrew phrase transliterated. It says, Sababa, and it means everything is good. So I'm happy. I'm happy that I'm finally getting into the groove of sunny days, and it means I'm going to use my ephemera pack and my paper. So that's really exciting. And I have figured out how to make that work, which is wonderful. Plus, it's also honoring that new love of vintage that I figured out during my swap with Sabrina. So that's pretty exciting. Folks, I was really moved. I got a couple of comments in the last 24 hours. Bertha Blessed Wilson and a couple of others have asked me when I'm going to do another flat mail challenge, that they really loved it and they would love to do another. So I was like really touched by that. But I was thinking, again, I don't want anyone mailing me things that will be expensive. So how do I honor the desire for another challenge, but make sure that nobody's spending money that they shouldn't be spending? I figured it out, I think. I need to give this a little bit of thought. But I'm going to limit what we do to an A5, A6, or A10 envelope. So in other words, standard envelope sizes that only require one stamp, one international stamp, so that this would only cost whatever the international stamp is. So for instance, from America to Israel, that cost is I think $1.20 now. But I'm going to figure it out. Now we know a Memdex card can go for that. We know Sabrina mailed a shaker card for $1. So I wonder what that would be internationally, maybe $2. I have to check at the post office. I have to go online and see. But I am going to limit it, whatever we do, to something that is an envelope that's like either this size or the elongated A10s. But I want to make sure it's creative and challenging. So I have to think about how to do this. Give me a couple of days while I'm in the desert and in the Dead Sea, and something will strike me. Anyway, leave some comments about how I can better this, folks, and what maybe some ideas you have to make this better, and also how to make this better. I mean, Joanne did a great job on hers, on the one she sent me. This needs a little work, but it's the start of something, right? It is the beginning of something. And you know what? It's always exciting when you finally figure out how to make something work, I think. So thanks so much again. Give a thumbs up if you like it. Let me know again if you're interested. Many of you, I guess several of you have asked about doing another challenge. So let me know if that interests you, and I will give it a good think. And I hope you're all making lots of interesting stuff. I'm about to check out what you're doing. And as always, thank you so much for your support. Sometimes I'm just wowed, folks, by your generosity of spirit. So thank you. Thank you very much. Everything certainly is sababa. Take care for now. Bye-bye.